Hey Army, it's your girl Carmen Michelle and welcome back to my channel, your hub for faith, personal development, beauty and occasional vlogs. If you're new here and you haven't joined our amazing community yet, hit that subscribe button and be part of the army so you won't miss any of my upcoming videos. Y'all, so to be honest, I'm not feeling too good today. Two things. One, I'm not feeling well. I'm actually really sick, but I just wanted to get this content out. I really just wanted to film this video, and I've been literally just, excuse me, just I've literally been trying to film this video for about 4-5 hours now, and it's just like not coming out. Like something just goes wrong. It's either the first time it was my lighting, the second time it was just like the sound. The devil is just working overtime, but this video has got to come out, so here I am. I'm literally going to film this until it comes right, okay? But yeah, so please just bear with me. My voice is not so great, but I just wanna film this because I don't want to delay it any longer. So today I just want to open up and share a unique and personal aspect of my spiritual journey, my decision to be baptized again. Now without further ado, let's delve into today's heartfelt conversation. So baptism, right? Baptism is just a significant and symbolic act in the Christian faith, and for me, I guess it became an essential part of my spiritual journey, not just once, but twice, okay? And today I'm just going to share with you why I chose to be baptized again. The inspiration for this choice draws from biblical teachings, especially the account of the baptism of Jesus in the Bible, particularly in Matthew 3 verses 13 to 17, we witness the powerful symbolism of Jesus' baptism by John the Baptist in the Jordan River. This event signifies not only a spiritual cleansing, but also a profound new beginning. And so I'll be reading from my Christian Standard Bible version, and we will read from Matthew 3 verses 13 to 17. It reads, "Then Jesus came from Galilee to John at the Jordan to be baptized by him. But John tried to stop him, saying, 'I need to be baptized by you, and yet you come to me.' Jesus answered him, 'Allow it for now, because this is the way for us to fulfill all righteousness.' Then John allowed him to be baptized. When Jesus was baptized, he went up immediately from the water. The heavens suddenly opened for him, and he saw the Spirit of God descending like a dove and coming down on him. And a voice from heaven said, 'This is my beloved Son, with whom I am pleased.'" This passage from the Bible held profound meaning for me, symbolizing not just the cleansing of the soul through baptism, but also the commencement of the new and purposeful life. By aligning myself with this biblical narrative, I discovered a deep connection between Jesus' transformative experience and the personal transformation I aspired for in my own life. And much like Jesus embarking on a new chapter after his baptism, my desire was for a revitalized journey guided by faith, by the Holy Spirit, and a commitment to righteousness. And so just a brief overview of my background. During my mid-teens, around 15-16 years old, I underwent baptism in a Pentecostal church, and while I was enthusiastic about taking this step, I lacked the spiritual wisdom and knowledge to fully comprehend its significance. And at that point, I was unaware of the implications of my life that would follow, and as time unfolded, I encountered new challenges that kind of led me to question various aspects of my faith. The initial zeal I had for God gradually diminished, and several events, including church-related hurt and trauma, contributed to exposing the doubts I harbored. Now, church hurt is a profound topic deserving of its own discussion, and if you guys are interested in me creating a video on that, I would be more than happy to discuss that. But yeah, so comment down below and let me know if that would be of interest to you. But another significant factor was my transition to varsity, where the quest for personal identity became prominent. I found myself grappling with the fundamental question of who I truly was. Like, who was Mimi? Who was Michelle? Who is Michelle? And in that process, my heart underwent a transformation, and the desire to conform to societal norms took precedence over my focus on God. And this shift kind of led me down a path where I engaged in activities and made choices contrary to my values and beliefs. I'm sorry, y'all. And so yeah, fast forward to May of this year, 2023. Something just happened to me, y'all, and honestly, it changed me. It's like everything I desired, or once found entertaining, just no longer amused me or served me, and I just want to highlight that the decision to be baptized again wasn't made lightly. It was a specific moment in my life when everything clicked and I felt a calling to take this step. It was a turning point and a realization that my faith wasn't just a set of beliefs, but a living, transformative relationship. It was born out of a deep reflection on my journey, my growth, and a desire basically for a renewed commitment to my faith. And it's essential to recognize that getting baptized again doesn't diminish the significance of the first. Instead, it kind of represents a continued dedication to spiritual growth. I remember I just suddenly gained the desire to seek the Lord. And leading up to my baptism, I had started watching sermons and reading my Bible again, and sort of relearning who God is, and I remember I just started asking my friends questions about God and what He wants from us, how He sees us, how we see Him, and I guess just the person of God. And I remember also just asking a lot about baptism and fasting, and I did a lot of research, and my friends always just gave me their perspectives, but I just also kind of wanted to hear from God Himself. And I guess because I was kind of still a baby in my faith, of which I still am, I don't know a lot of things in the Bible. I'm still learning daily, and this is a journey. And that's the beautiful thing about it, that God will guide us, He guides us, and He knows when you seek Him, basically, He will help you. He'll pull through. And so as I was just learning and trying to understand Him more, and watching these sermons and doing more research and trying to understand how to read the Bible, because that's also another thing. I didn't understand the Bible. I would read the Bible, but I still wouldn't hear God's voice. And so I remember I asked my friend, and she was just you know what, you need to just pray and ask God to help you understand, to give you wisdom, to understand the word, and so that you can hear him. And it just didn't make sense to me. Like, how will I hear him? Like, will he speak to me? I had like so many questions, but that's like for like another video. Actually, it's just like different, but I remember, like, as that happened, I think like a seed was planted in my heart, because I really wanted to understand, and I really wanted to see God for myself. I remember I started like feeling the urge to attend church, and I didn't even understand how come, but at the time I also didn't know any churches around, and it had been like years since I had stepped foot in a church. I'm talking about like 6 years. I had never been in a church for 6 years prior to now. And I recall one Sunday I had messaged my friend and colleague regarding work, actually, and she responded to my message late, and she was just like apologizing, saying, "I'm so sorry, I responded late, I was just at church." And that just like really caught my attention, and I asked her, like, "Which church do you go to?" And she told me, and I asked her, "Can I come the following Sunday?" And this was around June this year, and so I liked the church, but it just didn't feel like I belonged there. It just wasn't like home. And I stayed at the church for about 2 to 3 months, I believe, and then I began to kind of like look for another church, because I felt like there was something missing, and it just wasn't feeding me what I needed at the time, because I was just like not necessarily new to faith, but this new journey that I was taking. I needed to know more. I needed to know Jesus. I needed to know God. I needed to have a relationship with the Holy Spirit, and all of these things I kind of figured out later on, but at that time my desire was just God, and kind of like understanding who Jesus was, like what Jesus did, and appreciating what he did for us on the cross. And yeah, I guess like as I was like kind of looking for a new church, one day I just like, and prior to that I had been like googling and stuff, so this one Sunday I just didn't feel like going to church, and so I didn't. And then the following Sunday I went to church, and I remember I was preparing actually to go to the Pentecostal church, and as I was preparing, I'm sorry y'all, my battery died. But yeah, as I was saying, like, I remember one morning I was like preparing to go to church, and as I got to the car, actually, I just like felt it in my heart, to go to this other church, my current church actually, and I had never been, and I was just like alone, and I felt like a sense of peace. I was kind of like a bit like taken aback, because I was like, oh my goodness, like this is just like such a random decision. Like I had like in my mind that I'm going here, and now I feel it in my heart to go this way. But yeah, I just did it, and usually I wouldn't have just gone by myself on that day, but yeah, I just decided to kind of like obey, I guess, and I wasn't nervous or shy. I actually felt very happy, and you guys, ever since I went there, I've never looked back. Oh, and mind you, because I felt this heavy desire in my heart to kind of like get baptized, I had previously like registered to get baptized in the other church, but by the time like they contacted me, I was like going to like my second week maybe with this new church, and I just told them like, no, I wouldn't be participating anymore. And they basically had like a system shut down or something went wrong with their system, and I guess maybe that was just God kind of redirecting me to this now this new church that I was in, because that baptism was supposed to happen like 2 weeks ago, prior, but because they had like their system breakdown and they lost all the information and they had to retrieve it and stuff, so it took a while. But yeah, not important. But yeah, I just like respectfully told them that I had found like a new church home and I was happy and they were happy for me, I think. And so yeah, I just started attending a fellowship, and after like 1 month, and this is like in September, I just started attending in September, and after 1 month I signed up for the baptism course and I got baptized on the 8th of October 2023, you guys. And y'all, I do have my baptism vlog up on my channel, so do check that out. There is just like such a beautiful moment, so definitely check it out. It will be up on the screen somewhere. And honestly, this time around, baptism held a symbolic importance for me. It became a powerful symbol of me leaving behind my past mistakes, my struggles, and just like embracing a renewed and deeper relationship in my faith with Jesus Christ, and just like publicly declaring, my love for Jesus, declaring my faith publicly, and it was just like so beautiful. And the day of my baptism, my re-baptism, I remember, was just a profound and emotional experience. I was overjoyed and excited, and I was just like surrounded by my faith community, and my beautiful sister was there. I felt a sense of affirmation and support, especially because my sister was there, and she literally does not play about her sleep, okay? But yeah, she made it, and I think that was like the most beautiful part as well, just her being there and supporting me and witnessing my declaration, and I guess for me, the water served as a cleansing, not just of my physical being, but a spiritual purification and reaffirmation of my beliefs, like my declaration. And since my baptism, I've honestly experienced a sense of peace and purpose and a stronger connection to my faith. It's not just a one-time event, y'all. It's like it's an ongoing journey of growth, learning, and just basically living out the principles that matter most to me, for His glory, for God's glory. And y'all, I'm not perfect. I don't know half is even a lot, I don't know a lot of things, and I'm still like navigating, this journey. But I just want to share this experience with you while fulfilling God's will for my life, So if you're contemplating rebaptism or facing a similar journey of spiritual rediscovery, my message to you would be this: just trust your path and honor your growth, and just embrace the journey. And this is by far the most important of all. Seek God, ask God to guide you, ask Him to be with you, and ask Him to give you the wisdom you need as you walk your path, as He guides you through. And He surely will do exceedingly abundantly above all that you could ask. Yeah, spiritual renewal is a personal and continuous process, and there is beauty in acknowledging and celebrating that. So yeah, I just want to thank you so much for letting me share this intimate part of my life with you, and I do want to apologize for the voice. If you have your own experiences or thoughts on rebaptism or baptism in itself, please feel free to just share them in the comments down below, and and let's build a community where we can support each other and understand each other on our unique spiritual paths, And yeah, don't forget to like this video, and if you haven't already, please do check out my baptism video. It will be linked up somewhere, and yeah, subscribe for more meaningful content. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe to the channel, and until next time, please stay true to your journey and keep the faith. I'll see you in my next one.